Okay, hello. Welcome back to my weekly catch-up behind the diaries that Stephen Bartlett Building in Public series. This is going to be very quick because I need to leave in 50 minutes and I am yet to pack. So I'm just going to crack straight into it. I also need glasses because I cannot see. Catch up. First of all, so I have been in Bali/Lombok for the last 3 months now. I was in Bali for a month, then went to Lombok for a month, and now I've been back in Uluwatu for a month. And today I am leaving to Ubud for a week, and then I head back to New Zealand, and I'll be at home for 2 weeks, and then am running a residency for Art of Mondays for 2 weeks down in the South Island, which will be incredible, and I'm really excited for that. So yeah, I think that's why I'm a little bit flustered today, to be honest, while I'm filming this, because there's just a lot going on, which is all very incredible, exciting stuff, but I've time blocked today, so that is helping, which is really good, so that way I stay on top of the things that I need to actually stay on top of. So what else has been going on? The last week I was touching base with all leads. These are basically people who have shown interest in the community and what I'm doing. So I've just been touching base and saying, hey, this is live, this is active now, is this something that you'd be interested in? And this last week was actually a huge week. I officially set up Circle, which is the community platform that we're using, and that is incredible, like big fan of it. You can have group chats in there. On the far left side you can create spaces, so within that, you can have different things. So whether I set it up to be a post so people can do posts, or there can be a chat thread that people can post in. So for example, we had one member who she's running a retreat for her team and she wanted advice on different activities and things that they could do. So she asked if there was a space dedicated for that. So I was like, cool, let's make it. So I made a chat thread specifically for that, and that's where she prompted what it was that she needed help with, and then everyone got amongst it, shared their thoughts, and it was literally just like a thread group chat specifically for this one thing, which was really cool to see. And yeah, honestly, just seeing that happen got me really excited to see people getting value out of this already. It just lit me up and drives me to keep going. So yeah, that was really cool. I also love Circle for the user interface and just the design. As a graphic designer, I love the fact that I can pretty much customize majority of it and it's on brand, so love that, and it just creates a better experience for the member using it. Oh yeah, posted the first one of these styles of videos, and honestly I'm feeling really good about it. I had a few people message, which was really nice to see, and it feels like just a way that I can just dump my thoughts and debrief friends even what's going on with this specific aspect of my life, and just post it out on the internet for anyone to see. And yeah, it's feeling really nice. So that's why I'm firing this one out now as well, and I will be doing this every Friday. Another thing just to touch on is that everything so far has been 100% organic, which is, I think, pretty cool to be able to say. And now that there is a bit of budget, I want to reinvest every cent to start with back into the business, especially since at the moment, personally, financially, I've still got client work, so that's sustaining me. So all the money can just go straight back into it for now, which feels pretty cool. So the first thing that I think I'll start to look at, other than subscriptions, I'm already paying a lot on subscriptions, but will be ads. So I'm going to start looking into that in the next couple of weeks, which will be interesting to see, and navigating that. I'll probably bring on someone to help with the media the media buying, like actually setting up the ads, because that's not a strength of mine. That's something I don't have much interest in. I know how to read it and look at the reporting side of it, but actually setting it up, the meta pixel, everything like that, that is not a strong suit of mine. So I will be finding someone to help with that. But the ad creative, however, is definitely a strength of mine. I do that for clients all the time. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. Right, going into peaks. So we officially have two paid members, which is very cool. And I've had 2 sales calls. Sales calls, I hate that word. So 100% close rate, which I think is pretty good for me. So that's really, really cool. The last week, like big week, we officially set up the community, put in the 2 paid members, and then I also have brought in 4 other members who aren't paid at the moment, but they're more so acting as mentors and are just to fill in the void at the moment while there's not a massive community and huge value. And they're friends of mine, so they know what it's all about. So once the community starts to build up with actual paid members, they'll start to be pulled out. But for now, they've got immense amount of value to add. And so these early founding members actually have a huge advantage getting access to these people because a lot of them are very well-established business owners. So to gain access to them is pretty cool. And I do, on that, want to find a way in the future, or that's something that I'm very much keeping in mind, on how to make sure there is that mentorship level. So I think possibly some of these people might actually stay in there, but purely as a mentor aspect rather than a member side. So yet to figure out what that looks like, but we'll see. And then with that, now that I'm actually seeing people in there in the community, I'm really starting to feel the pressure to actually make this as best as it can be, which I think is really good. I work really well under pressure and I need that. So to have that level of accountability is incredible. And yeah, it's just really freaking cool to see everyone in there chatting, getting value, and it's really, really motivating. On that note, value is starting to happen. So we have, as I mentioned before, our first member is hosting a retreat for her team. They're all going up to some accommodation, and she asked for some advice on different resources to help build out the team and inspire them going into because they're about to go into their busy season. And it was really, really cool to see the comments that people shared and the value that was shared. I might put something up here of what was shared. So yeah, that was really cool to see. And what else is happening? The first group call will likely be happening this week. Since it's the start, it will probably be the third Thursday of every month. But for now, while there's not many people, I'll just be messaging people individually and figuring out the best time and day for everyone. So that will likely be happening this week. So that's pretty much everything on that. Challenges. My challenge at the moment is just to keep the momentum rolling. I feel like I'm pretty good at building out to launches. So especially when it comes to content, I was pretty good at being consistent, getting up to that launch date. But now that it's launched, I was like, okay, I need to keep this momentum rolling because so far everything is coming through organic, which is incredible. And it does surprise me every time that, like this morning I woke up to a application and that's purely from a reel that went up the other day. So I need to make sure I keep on top of that. I think that's very important to keep on top of. So that's my challenge at the moment. And obviously with that comes interest. So posting content, interest, they'll apply, just the funnel. So yeah, need to keep on to that. And then just to finish it all up, random thoughts. I have random thoughts throughout the week and I just note them down, and then this is the space where I want to share them, kind of like a journal, I guess. So first thought was, sometimes you need to close the door to allow more mental time to focus on the next thing. So I've been thinking about, or I kind of have been intentionally dropping off some client work, not taking on as much, because I know that in order to be able to focus fully and give this my all, I need to let go of some of these things. Obviously, calculated risk comes with that, making sure I can financially sustain it. But yeah, that was a good reminder. I've noticed that when I'm working on my own thing, I shift into a different gear. And I heard someone say that in a conversation. I was like, that is exactly it. That is exactly why I know I need to be building my own business, doing my own thing, because when I work on my own thing, I just shift into a different gear and just operate entirely different. So I feel like a lot of people watching this, if you're building out your own thing or want to be, or you have in the past, you probably know what that feeling is like. This is a random thought, and I wasn't sure if I was actually going to touch on it, but I mean, I'm all for being authentic and transparent here, so I guess this is the place for it. But originally, when creating collectively the community space specifically, I did not think this would be for the type of person who is building out a dropshipping brand. purely based on a values thing. However, I've been surrounded by a few people who are in the dropshipping space, and one person in particular has been on a pretty cool journey over the last few months purely by being surrounded by other people who are building businesses, purpose-led businesses, etc. This person is now really starting to realize, oh, I am lacking purpose. I have been working for $sign and I don't feel fulfilled. I don't want to be working on this. Like, this person's been working on it, but they haven't felt lit up by it apart from when money comes through. Sorry, getting distracted with someone. I need to go say goodbye to someone. I will wrap this up really quickly. But yeah, that's just a thought on that. So I think I want to create spaces for people who are just open-minded, because I think this is a space where, yeah, magic can happen and perspectives can be changed if you're surrounded by the right people and guided with aligned values. So that was just a thought. And the last thing is that collectively, the community, this is for the person who is making their side hustle their main hustle. And that is it. I will see you next Friday.